Hey, good morning, friends. This is Joe. Welcome to my scripture reflection for Thursday, September the 7th. Hope you're doing well on this Thursday morning. We are kicking off the NFL tonight if you're so interested in football. It is one of the ways that we can be entertained. I always call sports entertainment, no different than going to see a play or whatever it is you enjoy doing. It's to be taken that way because we can't get too serious about our team winning or losing. It's just something I put out there just for a little bit of Thursday wisdom, I'll call it. But you know what? It should be taken as just enjoyable and entertainment. And that's what life is about. And making sure that if we do something with that type of wisdom, we are opening our mind towards other things that we can do proactively to make ourselves a better person and this world a better place. So, just a thought I offer to you before we begin today. And we will begin, and I'll ask you to quiet your minds and hearts as we will listen today to the Colossians chapter 1, verses 9 through 14. Brothers and sisters, from the day we heard about you, we do not cease praying for you and asking that you may be filled with the knowledge of God's will through all spiritual wisdom and understanding, to walk in the manner worthy of the Lord, so as to be fully pleasing in every good work, bearing fruit, and growing in the knowledge of God, strengthened with every power in accord with his glorious might, for all endurance and patience, with joy giving thanks to the Father who has made you fit to share in the inheritance of the holy ones in light. He delivered us from the power of darkness and transferred us to the kingdom of his beloved Son, in whom we have redemption, the forgiveness of sins. St. Paul writes this letter to the Colossians here, and he is very uplifting in nature. And if you read through the letters of St. Paul, you'll see that he is very honest in his writings. Sometimes he's very uplifting, which means it was a time to do so. And sometimes he gives a good blast, which he felt was a good time to do so. So he's very upfront and honest in his communication, which is certainly a gift of his and something that we could look at. What I'd like to look at, in addition, in today's gospel, or reading rather, it's not a gospel, is the fact that St. Paul mentions that we must take pleasure in bearing good fruit. And how important is that? It's very important to realize that our actions can bear fruit in this world and do so much good. I think about my father's garden often. He grew his tomato plants from seed. He took painstaking measures to make sure that they were always well taken care of, that they came along a little bit at a time. When the plants got to the place where they could be planted out in the garden, he started them in a hot box in the basement. He would give some of them to people. He had extra. He always planted extra so people could have them and enjoy the fruits of what came from these plants. These people took the plants. Some he heard from, some he did not, but he gave them every year diligently. And then when the tomatoes and the cucumbers and all the vegetables came in, he used to deliver bags upon bags to people all throughout this town and elsewhere, so that they may enjoy too the fruits of his labor. What I always found interesting was, like I said, and it wasn't in any malicious way. Some people would say to him, "Oh, it was wonderful." Some people wouldn't, but everyone enjoyed it. And I realized that my father had the wisdom within him to understand that they were being enjoyed, but he didn't need to see. He didn't need to see every single situation where the fruits of his labor were being enjoyed by others. Well, my friends, that's something we should take stock in on this day listening to this reading. Whatever talents we have, whatever we offer to the world, even if it's a smile in the morning, even if it's a good word here and there, if it's an act of forgiveness, we may not see the result, but we must realize that the result is a positive one. God makes it that way. And sit back sometimes and just say to yourself, well, look, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm trying to do. And this is the fruit that it's bearing, and I may not see it, but I will still take satisfaction in it. Well, my friends, that's my message for you on this Thursday morning. As always, I hope it was helpful for you and you could take it into your day. I always say thank you for being here because I am very appreciative that you're here with me on these videos. I always welcome your comments and your thoughts and your questions. They are always welcome to me. Let us take a moment or two in silent reflection, and then we'll close with a prayer. Most loving God, give us the grace and strength to clear our mind and our heart of clutter sometimes, so that we may bear continual good fruit for ourselves and for others in this world you created. Let us then have the understanding that that fruit is bearing positive things for this world. Even though we may not see it, let us take satisfaction in what we do and joy in what we do, so that we may continue always to serve you faithfully. Well, my friends, I wish you all a wonderful Thursday today, and I hope to see you back here on Sunday. Take care, everyone.